Welcome back, my dear student. So I'm going to be actually fixing something from the application. Actually not fixing it, but adding some more functionality. Well, we know that every time we add some type of item in the database, for example, I don't know, let me see if I can come up with a car name. All right, I got one. There we go. I'm getting better, guys. I was actually really good when I first started this course, but I don't know what happened. But anyway, if I add car here, you can see that we get the response right here, but this doesn't clear. So we need to clear this form right here. All right. All right. So I got an easy fix for that. And on this lecture, I also want to add the functionality where we search for a car and if we can't find it in the database, then it will give us back a response saying, hey, listen, the car was not found. Sorry, we don't have it or something like that. Right. So let's try to kill two birds in one shot. All right. So in your index.html, in your code that adds the car, all right, right here, right below here, I'm going to add another piece of code. Once this is finished getting the response back, I want to reset the form. So I'm going to do this like this. I'm going to grab the ID of the form right here to target it via jQuery. And there we go. So I'm targeting the form, and what I want to do with the form is reset it. So I'm going to reset the form, the first index of the form, and let's just reset it like this. Reset. There we go. And you can also do this via JavaScript. You get the element by ID and you just do the reset. All right. But anyway, set, and there's another way of actually doing this, and it's by setting that value of this value right here, the value of this input, I'm sorry, to empty. All right. And some developers do that, but I like to reset the form. All right. If this doesn't work for you, try targeting that input field and setting up the empty value to it. All right. So now if we add another car, for example, let me see if I can come up with something really fast. All right. I think I have it. Hyundai. Add car. And now we add the car. And now the form is resetted. All right. So now it's reset. We're back to, this is looking better by the day, right, guys and ladies? All right. So searching the form. All right. So now we can find stuff, right? But if we don't have the car for it, so let's just say I'm looking for, I don't know, Hummer, and we don't have it. It doesn't show anything. So let's go back to our PHP search, to our search file. And this is where the problem is, right? So we select everything from cars where title equals search, whatever, and with title like search. All right, so what we need to do here is we need to come up with a way to count the records in our database. All right, so if we don't find anything when we're searching, then we display something else. So let's just hold this in a variable called count. And I'm going to use a function called mysqli num rows. It's going to count the rows in the database. And all we have to pass to that function is search. The result set coming back like that, and save it. Now we have the count of the rows inside the database. All right. So now we don't want to do this unless the count is, unless we have something, right? So let's do that. Let's create an if condition here, and we're going to say if count, all right, is less than 0, all right, is less or equal to 0, then we want to execute whatever below, right? So right now we are echoing this right here. So if it's less than or equal to 0, we want to echo something else. We're going to echo, sorry, we don't have that car available. Something like that, right? Else, that means we have something. And we can execute this code right here. Let me see. Hopefully All right. All right. So I pasted that code inside the else. Let's see if it works. Okay. If not, we'll debug it. Don't worry. Let's refresh this. There we go. So we don't have S available. Honda is in stock. All right. S is not. Let's say something like example 4. Sorry, we don't have that car available. All right. So our application is looking pretty good, right? It's getting better and better by the minute. Well, by lecture. All right. So if you're happy with the course so far, don't forget to give me a review on the course. It really helps a lot. And, it motivates me to keep making more lectures. Again, thank you, and I'll see you in the next lectures. Take care.